I think that a strong and smart patent system is crucial to the prosperity of America. Many things depend in large part on the patent system functioning effectively. They include prosperity, technological leadership, global competitiveness, and most important of all, job creation. The patent system is a system for sharing technological advances. The single best repository of the march of technology is on the website of the Patent and Trademark Office. The whole question is how to justify massive investment in research and development and the development of new products and the building of facilities to produce products and the hiring of workers to get the work done. In a way, the question comes down to whether we want to have the same amount of innovation we have now or less or more. It seems to me that with the jobs crisis in this country, we need a lot more innovation, a lot more new products, a lot more new production facilities and hiring of workers, not less. So that makes me think probably maintaining a strong but better, smarter, faster, cheaper, fairer, more predictable patent system is the preferable way to go rather than to weaken it. Most of the great inventors of the 1800s were non-practicing entities, people like Thomas Edison. The vast majority were in that category. Many are in that category today. They make inventions, they license the technology they invent to companies that make products. It's a very productive system. It allows people to do what they do best. The makers make, the inventors invent. So shouldn't we be measuring the behavior of the patent asserter rather than their business model or their motives or their organization? From the beginning of the country, the decision was made, unlike Britain, to not require that a patent owner practice the patent. It would be impossible to administer a system if to get a patent you had to prove you spent a certain amount of money. It would just be completely unmanageable. How much money, in what industry, over what time period, for doing exactly what? You couldn't administer such a system. So I think the patent statute is correctly designed to not worry about how much was spent to create the invention, but to make sure it really is an improvement over all the prior inventions, what the patent law calls the prior art. It's not very sexy, maybe, to talk about practical improvements in the patent office, in the courthouse. But I think that's where the action is, that's where the potential is, that's where things are getting better, have gotten much better than they were 5 or 10 years ago, are on a pathway to continue to get better, and that's where we ought to concentrate our efforts rather than talk about abolition. Why should we throw out the system that's needed by 29,900 and some companies in varying degrees because 24 companies on the 2 coasts don't like having to defend lawsuits? It doesn't make any sense to me. Who's really dependent on the patents? And that's where the startups are really critical. They're the big job creators according to studies by the Census Bureau and the Kauffman Foundation, and they clearly depend on patents because the people who back them with investment money I'm told, routinely demand that they seek patents and won't give them the follow-up investment doses until they get the patent. And if those patents are weakened in terms of their enforceability, then it seems to be the incentive to make those investments has got to go down, which will mean in some cases they won't be made at all. So the startups need the patents a lot more than IBM does, and the startups are the last people we want to be inhibiting.